Thank you for the lift, Chad. Good night. What's so funny?
Your moms would flip out if she knew I drove you home tonight. Because I sure know she don't want me hanging out with her daughters. Scared I'm gonna corrupt you or something.
She's just looking out for us.
Oh, and she's doing that all right. I mean, she even picked out your date for the hospital benefit. And what happened? Huh? What happened? He got so loaded, he couldn't even drive you home. Now, what is that? You tell me, huh? Is that poetic justice? What, irony? You know, if your mom didn't have such a uptight upbringing, she could have seen straight off that that Mark guy could not be trusted.
She made one mistake. Big deal.
Well, sometimes one mistake is all it takes. You know, Whitney, if you just would get out from behind that tennis racket and start looking for love yourself, you're gonna wind up making the same bad judgment as your mom's.
Well, don't worry about me.
You've lost out on a whole lot of life, Whitney. And I think you should start making up for what you've been missing. Some other time. Right now, I gotta drop off Mark's car behind the book cafe.
You want to know something, Chad? You are much worse than Mark. Because that fool will probably call me tomorrow and ask me to forgive him for drinking too much. But what is your excuse?
Excuse for what?
Your behavior. Teasing me. Trying to see if you can turn me on and then laughing at me.
wasn't trying
You
to
think it's all
tease
just
you.
a big game, don't you?
Oh, so you admit I turned you on?
You don't do anything of the sort.
Oh, really? You sure about that?
You know, I have had it with your posing and strutting around and staring into my eyes like you were the sexiest man alive. You are so full of yourself, you are practically choking.
Look, all I'm trying to do, Whitney, is make you realize that you need a man in your life. And soon. Before you start climbing the walls.
If I ever do want a man in my life, you won't make the final cut. In fact, you wouldn't even pass the physical.
Ooh, ouch.
What's going on? You're both dressed up. Were you on a date?
A date? With him?
No way.
Get serious, Simone, please.
Then what's going on?
Well, the guy that I did have a date with got too drunk to take me home. And Chad happened to be DJing at the benefit, and he offered to give me a lift. Now he's gonna run along and take my date's car to the book cafe.
Okay, well, now that you're here, would you like
No,
a coffee?
Chad is leaving. Thank you.
You know, Simone, do your sister a favor. Throw her in a cold shower.
Are you after Chad?
Am I what?
Yes or no?
Have you totally snapped or what?
Yes or no?
Where do you come up with this, Simone? Some guy brings me home and suddenly you think...
Okay, so I was wrong.
Yes, totally.
It would be kind of silly, wouldn't it?
Kind of.
Because I know you're only interested in tennis, not boys. But Kay put the idea in my head that there'd be some girl out there after Chad because he's such a catch.
Well, Chad is anything but a catch, okay? The guy is a creep. And certainly not anyone that I would ever want to be involved with. Mom warned us. She told us over and over again to stay away from him.
She doesn't know Chad.
Mom's always been a terrific judge of character, Simone. You should model yourself after her the way I do.
Okay, sure. Mom was this wonderfully proper and noble person. But come on, Whitney. Do you think we could actually be the same kind of girl Mom was when she was growing up? Times have changed, Whitney. If we tried to act all prim and proper like Mom did when she was our age, our friends would laugh at us. And I don't want to live in another age. I want to live in my own age. And I want a boy like Chad who doesn't care what other people think.
Chad Harris will never choose a girl from an upper middle class background, Simone. And that is you. He's always going to go for the easier girls, like the ones he grew up with.
You are so wrong. And I'm gonna prove you wrong because I'm gonna change Chad.
Ugh, the perfect recipe for disaster.
You'll see.
No, Simone, you will. Chad Harris will never change.